around the world you can hear them. Hey, 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 talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, 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 Mag-Room, Mag-Room, the Mag-Room, the Mag-Room.
Go on. We're having technical difficulties. If this happens to make the episode, we're having technical difficulties where we can't get the camera, my camera, to work. And I know I bought why I went rogue and just picked the camera. I don't know anything about technology. I would have definitely asked you for advice.
I don't keep my texts, but I think I told you one, and you said, "Oh, I already bought one."
Okay, so that might make sense. That I didn't defy your.
No, because I was
order.
like, "Oh, let me look it up,because I have this site," and then I sent it to you like a day later.
I guarantee you, I bought the one you
I already
told me
bought
to
one.
buy.
I already bought it.
Maybe because I don't like you. I like to with you. Maybe I told you I bought a different one, but I
You're
know
like,
I bought the camera you bought.
But
told me to buy.
now it's backfiring on you, because it would have been better for me to have bought it, and then it up.
I still feel like I'm winning because I bought what you told me to buy in my mind. I bought what I told you to buy, and it's terrible. So, and now I'm asking you again. I don't even that's how stupid I am. I'm asking you a second time for advice on something that I think you fucked up the first time.
The Insta360 Link 2 has smart features, 4K resolution, and reliable exposure and white balance. It can provide a flattering image in just about any situation.
Okay. I mean, a big part of my thing about having my picture taken is I do not think I look flattering in any way in photos.
Maybe you need a $180 webcam, and all of a sudden you'll look
Dude, how handsome could it make me? If I'm like a 4 right now, could it make me a 7?
For sure. Yeah, it says a flattering image in just about any situation.
Imagine that. That's their legal defense.
You send them the picture, and they're like, "Ooh,
yeah, we are having some trouble with this one.
We'll give you a refund."
Could you stand about 30 feet further away from the camera? That'll help this.
All right, so the budget pick, if you need a webcam but don't want to spend a lot of money, this model is a great option. It's small and solidly built, and it delivered respectable footage without any fuss.
That's the best one. That's the best. What was that movie? I'm sorry, I'm chewing. Remember that movie where Jim, who was the non-funny Belushi? Jim. Remember when Jim Belushi was in that movie about
He was mildly funny.
No, he was. I don't mind him at all. Hollywood on him. I think he's kind of funny in the movies he's in.
If he wasn't John Belushi's brother, he probably would have been.
Right.
Well, he wouldn't have got as many parts, but he also would have been more respected for whatever he did.
Yeah. So you should name it Jim. You should change your name to Jim Belushi, and you'll be an Oscar winner. Anyway,
that Belushi is number one.
Jim Belushi was in this movie where he was like a business executive. Oh no, he found it was basically the first stolen. No, it probably wasn't the first, but it was a movie about stealing identities. He finds a wallet of some guy taking care of business. Is that a movie?
Taking care of business.
That's also a song.
Every
I know.
day.
Jim Belushi was in a movie.
Baby.
Belushi was in a movie called, I think, Taking Care of Business. And in it, he assumes the role of a CEO of a major corporation. And
just because he gets his name tag?
he finds his wallet in the airport, and he somehow takes over his life. I forget the.
Nobody knows what the CEO looks like.
Well, this was 1986. I don't know if that has anything to do with the validity of the
1990, James Belushi. He went by James Belushi on the cover.
Belushi. Let's say Belushi just to distance himself from his
Charles
familial
Grodin.
last name. Yes, Charles Grodin, who I like a lot. I think he's funny.
Did not get a high rating on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Have you never seen it?
This is pretty. Here's a review. I've never seen it. This is a pretty stupid comedy in spots with holes wide enough to drive trucks through, and director Arthur Hiller is as clunky as ever. But the cast is so funny and likable that they almost bring it off in spite of itself.
Yeah, that's a very good description of the movie.
After winning tickets to the World Series, Jimmy Dworsky walks out of his minimum security prison and starts hitchhiking to the big game. While in an airport, which doesn't seem to really fit with that, he discovers a leather date book that belongs to Spencer Barnes, a wealthy corporate businessman who's just been dumped by his wife. At first, Jimmy wants to return it for a reward, but when he realizes it's filled with credit cards, he decides to hold on to it for just a little longer.
Yeah, to get to the game, to get to the Cubs game.
I think it was written by J.J. Abrams.
You've never seen this movie?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've seen it multiple times.
I
Really?
was not a big. I was
How could
not
you've
a big.
never seen Jim Belushi's taking care of business?
I was not a big fan of Belushi.
A toast to the Cubs winning the World Series and big
What's going on in your life besides your camera's broken and you're eating dinner?
I was gonna ask you to look something up for me. I was trying to. I didn't really try to. We
Prepare again?
Yeah. So so I was trying to, and then I have 2 paddleboarding stories. I know I used to do too many paddleboarding stories, but that was like
It's been a while.
It's been like 2 or 3 years ago.
I don't know if that. I think we've done this show for over 3 years now.
Which is, I don't want to use the word impressive or it's something though, isn't it? I mean,
Well,
we've
that
committed.
one
We've
that
been doing
we've-
this for 3 years. That's not, and I don't know
that
if it's gotten
we've-
any better. That's the thing that sucks. But
I keep waiting for you every week to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm just not into it.
that was good. I love it. Got a place to eat and talk while I'm eating my dinner. This is great.
Yeah, it's great. People are gonna love that in the show.
One of my friends, he's got like a something, whatever it's called. It's not a disease, a syndrome. I don't know what it is. But when you hear people eat, it like really affects you. And he said,
He beats his kids when they eat with their mouth open.
yes. But he said when I get stressed out, that's when he gets it. So like, I just thought it was funny to be stressed out and then around a bunch of people eating. I don't know what scenario would put you in that place.
Maybe you go to a bar. You're stressed. You go to a bar, try and unwind.
Yeah, knock a few back.
And everybody's like, how are you doing? And you just punch him in the face and then go home. You go to get a massage, and the massage guy's like, yeah, I just missed lunch. Is it all right if I eat my lunch while I give you a little
Your
massage?
sandwich is oh, I'm sorry, little mayonnaise. Jimmy, hold on.
So what do you want me to look up?
Oh, boomerang.
What does that have to do with paddleboarding? The movie?
The guy that I'm talking about, when he's wicked nice, and he got me a little. He always buys, like, if he goes on vacation, he brings me back a gift of some sort, a T-shirt or a hat or something, and he brought me a boomerang, and I was wondering what a boomerang is used for.
Do they
Is
really
it like a
work?
weapon? I'm afraid to. It's kind of cool, so I don't want to lose it. So I'm afraid to try it.
You just chuck it and it's gone?
It just seems weird to be given a gift that's meant to be thrown hard. Like I might lose this, dude. So as of now, I've never thrown it.
I mean, it looks like there's a lot of uses of boomerangs.
Were they made as weapons? Is that why they were developed?
They were originally in Australia. They're historical. Did he go to Australia?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
No, he went on a cruise.
Vero Beach and got it. Historical uses.
Vero Beach.
Hunting.
Oh.
They used boomerangs to hunt animals.
Okay. That doesn't seem.
Some designed to return to the thrower.
As a hunter, do you think the cool hunters, they wouldn't? I mean, I'm guessing the guys, like, if it's meant to come back, so if you throw it, it comes back. But could you throw it and then get your kill on the return when it's coming back? You know what I mean?
Or how about a double kill?
Well, it would have to go like frictionlessly through the first victim, right?
Yeah. How's it going to return after you hit the first one, by the way?
Well, that's what I said. The design should have been that it brings the animal back to you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Don't you think? That would have been the better
That'd be
design.
cool. Like it has a rope on it maybe that goes around its neck and then it just keeps spinning and comes back to you?
Something along those lines, yeah.
And if it spins it fast enough, maybe it just cooks it on its way.
I mean, that sounds like the most Australian invention there could be. How do you get the fire going, though, do you think?
Well, it also says the sharp edge of a boomerang could be used to create sparks by rubbing it against a soft wood surface. It's been used as a fire starter as well. It also says boomerangs could be used as digging sticks for foraging or scraping ashes away from a fire.
Oh. This mostly has to do with killing and cooking things.
It said warfare, but it also said they were used in religious ceremonies and could be clapped together or pounded on the ground as accompaniment to songs and chants.
Well, I think that's just the people that had them on. They just had it on them from their hunt that day, and now they're celebrating.
Wham, wham.
But it's, so it
some
wasn't
of them
really
were
meant for that. It was just...
Some were used as percussive musical instruments.
Really? I wonder what... but I think the hunting thing is what it was. I think all the other ones are ancillary to the hunting thing. Because they just carry the thing around.
Now it says they're used mostly as souvenirs.
That's what mine's being used as currently.
For recreation and sport.
I could use it as a back scratcher.
So you could enter the boomerang throwing competition.
Where's that?
Or-
Vero Beach?
Yes, Vero Beach every year. Yeah. Or modern hunting, and this one sounds cool, where you could use it as a bird decoy. Thrown to simulate a hawk and frighten birds into flight, making it easier to hunt. All right, well, that's exciting. I can't wait to hear you actually throw it. I can't believe you even tried to throw it.
Yeah, well, like I said, I thought it looks like people throw it hard, and if it doesn't come back to me, then it's just going to be in my neighbor's yard.
You can't go over there and just grab it?
Well,
that would be great if you just...
They have this big scary dog that eats anything that goes into their yard. So if I climb over the fence to get my boomerang...
Can't you just knock on the door and see if James Earl Jones will get it for you?
They're so mean, though. They're the meanest people on the block. Everybody thinks there's ghosts in their house. I'm scared to go anywhere near them. When I drive by really fast, their house. I hold my breath.
Okay.
Well, so I can't just go. I just can't.
Why do you just go to a field somewhere? Like take it to the local high school.
Well, the field next to Old Man Gunderson's house I could go to, but again, I just don't want to. I don't want to.
There's
get lost
only
in any...
fields in Jupiter near creepy old men.
The city planners did a really bad job when it came to like dog parks and stuff.
That's when they cut out the property tax. They had to.
That's why they can cut the property taxes.
You could go next to Gunderson's house.
Old Man Gunderson's the meanest old man in town. You don't
we
understand.
Get his property
Jared. If I lose my
song.
There's boomerangs all over his backyard. Nobody will go get it.
From
and
Dreamers.
This was a special one. From a
Boomerang
cruise ship.
Dreamers. From Vero Beach.
From Vero Beach. I'm gonna write a rap song about this.
Wow, that's exciting. What does it have to do with paddleboarding?
He's my paddleboarding buddy, and
okay. That seems like that could even fit in when we were over paddleboarding. Do you have it mounted on your wall?
Yes, majestically above my. I killed an elk with it.
It seems like it would be cool to mount it on your wall.
I would. That's kind of what I kept it for. I thought maybe I'll put it like as a decoration somewhere, but I don't know. I haven't really. Right now, it's just in my car, just sitting on the seat. Sitting on the seat of my car.
Seems like somebody could steal.
Well, if anybody has road rage against me, I figured I have this thing. I could throw it at them. I could dig a ditch with it. I can. I can tap it. I could use it as a percussive instrument when I celebrate my murder.
At your fire pit, you could scoop up some ashes. All right, that's a great story.
Drunk.
You brought a great story this week.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for helping out by looking it up.
Yeah. Yep. Anything else you got?
No. We're pretty far into it. Why don't you do whatever you want to do?
All right. I only have a couple little stories. First one I thought was pretty great. Like, we're almost 50, right?
Ugh.
Do you feel like
Yes.
you could still play like a professional sport, even though you wouldn't be good at it? Do you think you could even like survive a season?
You know, obviously, my role on this show is to kind of be stupid and say, go along with this and say yes. I've been thinking about this lately, dude. My legs and shit are so bad that I couldn't survive a season I couldn't be a professional. What's that thing where they chase the stone down the path and you shovel in front of it, you brush a thing?
Oh, the curling?
Curling.
Do you know they have a curling place near me, 15 minutes away?
Have you ever tried it?
I went there once when Brennan was a Boy Scout, and we watched, and he was like, yeah, you can get a group to go. And this fall, when I was coaching the club sports, I was going to get to go, but then I found out about it too late. So maybe next time we'll be able to like book an afternoon and like learn how to do it. I watched the guys do it, though. It seemed a little intense, but I think you could probably do a little of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd survive a whole season. So there's this guy named King Kazoo, Kazuyoshi Miura. He turned 58 recently, and he's set to start his 40th season in professional soccer.
Oh, wow.
So he's in the Japanese Football League, and he's played professionally like all over the world since 1986.
Jesus Christ.
But I was like, if I was 58 and like running around like this now, like I play in the backyard with Teddy, I can handle that. But if I was on like an actual soccer team, whew, I don't think I would make it. I just thought it was pretty impressive.
I just thought 2 days ago, I kind of like just jogged, because I told you at the beginning of the year, like first like 4 episodes, I kept complaining. I just kept talking to you about how much my feet were hurting me.
Sure.
Sort of just starting to feel feel fine right now, and I think they're getting pretty good. I literally don't think I could like run. You know, I couldn't run for like at any pace whatsoever. I could only walk for the first 3 months of this year. You know.
Wow.
So no, whatever that guy's name was, Mr. Katsuyami, I commend King Kazoo. I commend you on a. He sounds like a guy from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
He does.
on a life well lived. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope your body didn't suffer too much. I hope you don't have any sort of brain injuries from hitting a ball with your head too many times.
That would be.
I think that's commendable to have spent 40 years. He's 58 and he's been playing since he was 18. Was that kind of?
Yeah, I guess so. Professionally.
It's amazing.
King Kazoo, you made me think of this as you said it, and Mike Tyson would probably have some sort of music part to him.
Kazoo related music, sure. How do you make a kazoo sound? It's like a horn type of thing, right?
Yeah. Like every once in a while at a birthday party that I'd go to with my kids, they'd hand it out to the kids and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Why would you do this? I think I told this story before when we went, when I was a kid, to the Ground Round, and they celebrated New Year's every 30 minutes. Kids had kazoos there. It was like from 6 p.m. till every 30 minutes they were like 5, 4, and we
every
waited
30 minutes.
Yeah, and we had to wait
so
an hour and a half
obnoxious.
for our table because I don't know if my parents made a reservation. So we went through 3 New Year's then, and then we ate for like an hour. So we went through like 5 New Year's countdowns.
That's so obnoxious. Those restaurants still exist?
No, Ground Round does not.
That's why they don't exist then.
Yeah. All right. Second article's actually a chart. It's this guy who I like. He does this website called XKCD. What's his name?
It must be XK, right? Xavier Knopfel. Xavier Knopfel.
Doesn't say what his name is.
Xander Korbowski.
Randall Monroe.
That's way up.
But he did this chart where it's like on the x-axis, it says how often I expected it to come up in my adult life.
Okay.
So when he was younger, like more to the right is how often he expected it to come up in his adult life. And then the y-axis is how often it comes up in my adult life. So something in the way top right, like he has bills, shopping, taxes, cooking, were ones he expected to come up in his adult life, and they come up often in his adult life. Ones in the top left are ones that come up often in his adult life, but are unexpected. Do you have any idea what they would be?
Comes up often, but didn't expect it to.
Like when you were a kid.
Shitting your pants.
Actually, the number one is unexplained smells or noises, so maybe that's...
Okay. Do you think that's something that I don't know if I really thought about that as a kid.
No, that's what I mean. So this is what you didn't expect.
Right.
But it happens a lot. I'll read you some other ones. Figuring out what to have for dinner. Weather forecasts. Then he has ones he expected to come up a lot in adult life, but don't.
I'll give you one from me. I thought I would be in a lot of situations like remember that movie Romancing the Stone?
Sure.
I thought I'd be like in a jungle and I'd meet some beautiful woman and we'd spend our lives together and love each other forever. I thought my life would be a lot more adventurous, I think.
So he has lots of stuff here like that. Car chases, lit fuses, shoving a stick in a crocodile's mouth to wedge it open, quicksand, grappling hooks, barrels, parachutes.
Yeah, video games and 80s movies definitely influenced my what I thought my life was going to be like.
This was one of my favorite ones, though. Twins switching places.
Or or peeing in a fountain at the same time as somebody else does, and then you assume their body,
yes,
and then they are you, you know.
And you assume Judge Reinhold's body.
The first thing everybody asks me is like, "Why'd your parents name you Judge?"
Yeah, is that his real name?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh! I thought you were Googling.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Edward Ernest Judge Reinhold.
I wonder why it didn't go by E.E., like E.E. Cummings.
He was the son of Regina Celeste and Edward Ernest Reinhold, a trial lawyer. Wouldn't his dad be called Judge Reinhold?
Oh, so that's why he's called Judge.
Reinhold was nicknamed Judge because when he was a baby, he looked stern and judge-like.
Oh, it has nothing to do with his dad being an attorney?
Yeah.
What if he was like, kid looks like that goddamn judge that blew my case open today? Stupid kid. I hate that kid as much as I hate that judge I was dealing with today.
In Arrested Development, Reinhold, playing himself, appears as the judge of a fictional court show.
Mock trial with Judge Reinhold. I remember that. That was hilarious. Mock trial with Judge Reinhold.
Mock trial with Judge Reinhold. Mock trial with Judge Reinhold. Mock trial with Judge Reinhold. Mock trial.
All rise for acting's highest honor, Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold is neither a real judge nor has he received acting's highest honor.
He was nominated
Remember
for
in the theme song was sung by William Hung from American Idol. Mock trial with Judge Reinhold.
I gotta watch
Mock
I
trial
remember
with
that.
Judge Reinhold. Yeah, that was funny.
I gotta watch that show again.
Yeah, it was really funny.
He was also nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series in 1994. Do you know what show it was for?
Did we watch? Was he
did.
the close talker on Seinfeld?
Seinfeld, yep.
Yeah.
Wow, great guess.
Yeah. I don't remember him deserving of an Emmy. Wasn't he only in one? Was he in like a bunch of episodes?
He was only nominated. No, it was Outstanding Guest Actor.
Yeah, but
So I
you
think
just
you
have
only
to
have
be
to-
one? You have to be in one show to be considered a guest actor. I
Yeah.
guess so.
I wonder who
So they
won
thought
it.
that episode. I think he was the close talker.
Yes. I wonder who won that year.
Probably the guy with the puffy shirts.
Can you look at? I wonder if you can look at it.
Oh no, he was the guy with the puffy shirts, right? Or he sold.
Primetime Emmy Awards 1994. 1994 Television Award. Can you look up the winners here? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna look it up. I really
Richard
want-
Kiley for Picket Fences won.
Who were the nominees?
Well, Richard Kiley and Judge Reinhold for sure. Tim Curry for Tales from the Crypt. Dan Hedaya from NYPD Blue. Richard Kiley from Picket Fences. Robin Williams for Homicide, Life on the Streets. And James Earl Jones for Picket Fences. So I must have done the wrong one because Judge Reinhold's name wasn't in there.
Nope.
What was the? Oh, I because I'm doing drama. It was comedy, I guess. Okay.
Let's see. Here we go. I think I found it. Martin Sheen for Murphy Brown. Jason Alexander and Paul Dooley for Dream On. John Glover for Frasier and Judge Reinhold for Seinfeld. And Martin Sheen for Murphy Brown won.
Huh. I didn't even know that was an award, a Best Guest Star award.
I know. Who won the most recent one? Woody Harrelson was nominated for being on Frasier in 1999.
Huh. As Woody, probably from
I would
Cheers.
assume. Bruce Willis won in 2000 for Friends.
Does he remember that?
Oh,
Snap.
that hurts.
Sorry, Will. I call him Willis. Sorry, Willis. I was just kidding.
What you talking about, Willis?
You brought me a lot of happiness over the years.
Justin Timberlake won twice for Saturday Night Live. That doesn't seem like you should win for that show. Like there's a guest
Everybody's
every
a
week
guest.
that you're like a host.
Next 10 seconds.
They should have that as a separate award.
Emmy goes to, and you're all fabulous, by the way. And the Emmy goes to.
I only got one more thing.
Okay, I think we're
Was
doing
it-
good. Perfect time-wise.
It was a question here.
Okay.
So I saw this on the internet in an article. I thought I would ask you. If you could walk around anyone's house throughout history, fictional or real, uninterrupted for 1 hour, which house would you choose?
Wow, that's a really cool question.
I thought I liked it. I figure you should answer one of each. One fictional house and one real house.
Okay. I think it'd be cool to walk around like Alexander the Great's house. How about that?
Wow. Did he have a castle?
I don't know. I don't know what he had. But it'd be interesting to see what like someone that was that powerful, but before like money, before like
Sure.
credit cards and stuff, what they had, what their money procured, what their wealth and their power procured back in those days. And for my fictional guy, Yosemite Sam.
Wow. How does that?
I just want to see if his whole house is just Acme products and
Interesting.
explosives and does he have like a refrigerator with normal food in it? Does he drink Jolt Cola all day long?
Wow.
Does he eat vegetables at all? Why is he so short? I don't know. I think there would be a lot of
That's a lot of questions you could get
a
answered.
lot of things you could get answered from
I didn't know you had that many Yosemite Sam questions.
I got more. That was just. Is he from Yosemite? I guess, or did he maybe committed murder in Yosemite, something like that?
Wow, he's banned
He was a criminal,
from Yosemite. He's banned.
Well, he was a criminal, right?
Pew,
like he,
pew, pew.
Yeah, was constantly brandishing a weapon.
For sure.
So I'm sure he spent.
What
time
was
in-
his role in the cartoon?
Foil to Bugs Bunny. He was always trying to
Was
kill
he?
Bugs Bunny.
Was he?
I think so.
I thought that was the other guy.
Oh, Wascally Wabbit.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, he is an adversary of Bugs Bunny and his arch enemy alongside Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Feel like one of them should be the arch enemy. You can't have two arch enemies, can you?
Well, Batman had the Joker and the bank manager that kicked him out.
That's true. His real name is Alanisis Bartholomew Sam.
I bet it's Aloysius.
Okay. It says his notable aliases are Bugs Bunny, Yosemite Sam, Porky Pig, Samuel Michelangelo Rosenbaum, and
Is that an attorney?
and Yosemite Same.
Yosemite Same?
Yeah, S-A-M-E.
Oh, that's cool.
Did he play an attorney in some episode? Like, what episode did he play Samuel Was that the Oscar episode? They were going for the guest Emmy? Says he was a Confederate soldier in one of the episodes.
Nice.
He was a
they
prison
wouldn't let him
guard,
do
a
that
pirate.
nowadays.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, he's a bad guy, so.
Yeah.
He was a World War I German Air Force pilot. Surprised they didn't make him a Nazi, too. That would have been.
Wait. He was a German Air Force pilot?
In World War I, yep.
And he was also a Confederate soldier?
Yeah, yeah. He's got a lot going on.
Wow.
He was a trolley conductor in one episode as well.
So he was like, they tried to paint him as a really bad guy, huh?
Sure. They said.
I thought he was like harmlessly. I was joking.
No,
about
it said,
him being
said Elmer Fudd was the original adversary, but he was mild-mannered and good-natured.
So they had to go
that
racist
Freeling
and-
thought Bugs came off as a bully by duping him.
Yeah.
So they made Sam an extremely violent and belligerent
Skinhead.
yeah, Nazi, Confederate. It does say he's a knight, a Roman legionary, a pirate, a prison guard, a duke.
He was in the KKK.
A Hessian mercenary, a Confederate soldier,
He was a German hitman.
and even a space alien.
Oh wow. I don't remember him being so obviously terrible.
No,
I was kind of making a joke.
in those comic books. I mean, when I watched that show, I didn't remember him being like that bad. All right, should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right, produced by Jim Belushi. Fact checked by Bill. He still have his trio going on, his love triangle.
Yeah. He didn't care. I told him. I said that you're banging 3 girls on our podcast. He thought it was cool that I said it. So.
Theme song by Maggie Yellock. Social media by Cousin Paul. Well, send us an email, themagroom@hotmail.com, about anything we talked about today, or a letter, or a fax.
A lot of important topics discussed today, people.
How you feel about Judge Reinhold or Jim Belushi or any other mediocre 80s or 90s star?
Write in
that
if
we
you
talked
saw
about?
Taking Care of Business. It was like exactly what Jared said.
they
It was
at
like a
least get
funny
the-
movie that wasn't really well thought out.
Did they
or-
at least get the theme song from the song?
I think that was in it.
They had to
I think that
have
was in it.
taken care of business, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Can't remember.
It was written by J.J. Abrams, though.
Yeah, I think they got the rights to it.
I'm gonna have to. I wonder if it's streaming at all.
It's
I didn't
James
look.
Belushi, and then they couldn't get who sang that song?
Oh, you gotta rent it on Amazon Prime for $3.80.
You gonna do it?
I don't think so.
We could do a scene from it next week and see if it piques your interest.
Okay. Why don't you pick a big scene?
Oh, we'll see if we can do that. Okay.
All right, great. It's a good idea. Hashtag put down your phone. Don't kill your wife. Anything else from this week?
Oh, hashtag boomerangs. Boomerang
Sure.
contest. Go out and learn how to throw a boomerang.
Throw a boomerang to next week. Throw one. I had one when I was a kid. I remember my parents got me like a toy, and I could never figure the thing out.
How to get it back to you.
You just throw it, and it would just go.
And you just chase it, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd run and get it, and I'd try it again. And I'm sure I didn't put in the necessary time, but I probably put in at least an hour, and I never
put in your 10,000 hours, like what's his name tells you.
Yes, but it didn't come close to even like turning a little bit. Like I can throw something normal and have it like spin or turn. Like this thing just went straight as an arrow every time.
The exact opposite?
Yes.
Really?
I never turned at all. Maybe they got me as a joke, the ones that don't return. That would be great. They're like, my dad's just laughing. Hey, Jared, go try this boomerang.
Little not knowing that you were throwing the non-returning boomerang? Is that what
he knew, but I didn't know it.
So you think they manufacture non-returning boomerangs? It's
They
like when
do.
you accidentally buy...
do. That's what we were reading. There's returning and non-returning boomerangs.
Oh. So is that like when you... Is that like buying... you meant to buy decaf coffee, but you bought...
Yes. Yes. But you don't know? They didn't tell you?
Yeah, and then you can't go to sleep at night because you bought the regular boomerang.
Or you threw it into your neighbor's yard and hit him in the head, or...
Old Man Hubbard? Shit.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of him.
All the old men neighbors near the fields.
Old Lady Gunderson? I think I used Gunderson already.
Yeah. Yeah, so make sure you're careful with that, the boomerang. Hashtag careful with the boomerang.
Yeah. Go find a park. Jared's right. I got to go find a park to throw it in.
Yeah, I want to see it. I don't really have a finish thing here.
If you rent a different James Belushi movie and you're not happy with it, turn it off and tune into your wherever you listen to podcasts. Find our name, the Mag Room, and
you could stick with the Mag Room.
Stick with us. Stick with the Mag Room.
And everything else.
And everything else is cream
cheese.
Cheese.
I like how you called him Jim Belushi that time.
Well, I figured I should pay him his dues at the end of the show.
It's
great. You put in this much time. If you listen to me call you Belushi the whole rest of the time, I'll pronounce it right at the end.
He was waiting for that. Thanks, Jim. You're the best.
Jim Belushi. This episode is dedicated to you.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
Yeah, he could have been anti-Semite Sam.